hands in the landing zone on a hop, bobbled by Turpin, and here he comes. They hand to Javonte. On second down, back-to-back runs. And will third down and 4. Out of the shotgun, Prescott. Crosby flushed him out, flag on the play, and the pass incomplete.
Holding, offense number 73. The penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
Trey Tucker, good young returner, and now the top receiver for the Raiders waiting for it. He's got a chance for a return.
Got a cross been given, and maybe that's the shot across the bow that Brian Schottenheimer just delivered.
For that first series, they were on the sideline. Geno Smith wide open. The outs.
Really good tight ends, and with no Jacoby Myers, he becomes even more important than he already was.
Here's Genty, and he is on second down. Tucker and on third down and 7. Extra men on the rush. Smith gets away. Pass is caught. In one area of Genty's game, he needs to improve, the Raiders say, his pass protection, which showed up there. The punt by Cole, and down inside the 5. Tom Brady, minority owner, no headset on this Monday night, as it was the last time the Raiders were playing on Monday Night Football.
Is they lost Miles Sanders earlier in the year.
First down of the night for the Cowboys.
Malik Davis, but they would like to run the ball more than they have.
Here's a blitz. Cowboys pick it up. Prescott is protected. Now Crosby gets in, and the ball is out. Raiders on top.
Well, Max Crosby comes in. Dak Prescott had to double clutch it. He didn't.
Smith, pressure, sacked.
Action wasn't that bad compared to what the design of the route was.
2nd and 17 now, and now they swing it out to Genty. And a good piece of work by Shamar James, the rookie, former All-Pro and former Jet. 3rd down and 12. End zone shot. Tucker, the throw behind him. 5-yard try. 3 points off
the action guy, but they just showed a shot of Jim Plunkett. He's here tonight. Great to see him on the big board.
Absolutely. Here's Turpin on the return. Spun down.
And they can use the play action game. That is when they're at their best.
Pressure off the edge. There's Pickens. Perfect. Right by his ear. 1st down. Javonte Williams picks his way, and tell Patrick Graham in year number 4 as defensive coordinator here. Here's Lipke.
And this goes right to the hurry up and gets on the line.
And hands, Dak does, to Javonte Williams.
Take the speed in which you play.
3 tight ends in the game for the Cowboys. Quick setup and throw, and that
side playing a little bit of a bell technique, but good job there.
Prescott in trouble. 4th down.
Field goal against Denver. We're going to try to knock this up.
50-yard try for the best in the game, and Aubrey knocks it through. I ended up, by the way, seeing Wizard of Oz at the Sphere 2 nights ago. I can while away the hours. Here's a return by Mostert. Fake toss. A lot of room in front of Geno Smith, and the pass is caught by the rookie Besh.
Gordon as well. Some of these young wide receivers get a little more involved in this offense.
Smith. Powers. First.
Tough as nails and a heck of a football player.
Play action from Geno Smith, and wide open is working against this defense for Dallas. It's been terrible this season. Genty spinning catch. One on.
Really elevated defense and the way in which he plays the game.
Good play.
Play by Deron Bland. He continues to work back to the foot.
Geno Smith is swallowed up and sacked in the backfield from 45 yards out. Good snap, good hold. The kick is good. Scrimmage yards. Also had 3 touchdowns in that ball game, and we will see those 2 players a week from tonight as Turpin returns.
A young player, but for him to do what he's now doing, they've won 5 of their last 7, playing some good football.
Pickens wide open on a play action, and he's to mid. Cowboys hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Prescott out to his right and now finds Pickens again. But 5 passes to Pickens and Lamb so far. 2 to everybody else. Here's a handoff to Malik Davis.
Then is the run game with Javonte Williams.
And here he is again. Big hole over the right side. And Crosby has already made his presence felt. Cowboys trailing, knocking on the door. Second quarter coming up. Meldman, the founder of Discovery Land Company. High-powered sweep. Here's Pickens, and great catch, but out of bounds.
Stokes, I mentioned the year that he's having, arguably the best of his career. He was locked up, but you give Pickens an opportunity. I mean, we've seen him make some
work by Jason Jobs on that last effort by Pickens. Here's Lamb, wide open, backs in for the touchdown.
Well, they're in zone coverage, and you pull him out, he just doesn't carry it. And whether or not he's supposed to, but when you've got
point by Brandon Aubrey is good. Into the end zone. Money to purchase and distribute more than 1,000 meals. Special at this time of year. Here's Mostert on the return to the 31. Ball game, and it was slipping around on Overshown.
Nothing worse than when the gray starts to slide.
Here's Geno Smith, fakes the throw and slide.
Kobe Myers. And so it's been a challenge, along with Brock Bowers missing some time due to injury.
High snap. Mostert is able to fight
as well. So that's a good tandem to kind of build this passing game around.
They fake it to Genty. Tucker, it bounces.
This offense runs through Brock Bowers, and rightfully so.
Delayed handoff. Genty spins with
types of holes to allow him to get to the next level.
Smith in trouble, drops it off, and then Gentry.
Spend a lot of time with these young receivers, just letting them know what he's looking for.
Blitz coming. Quinton Williams got there.
This year, like we've seen from him in prior years, but pairing him with Kenny Clark, that was big.
Geno Smith throws and broken up. Genty, the target, had 2 punts blocked this season, as Cole has to get rid of it fast with Turpin waiting for it. A little room in front of him. Got 1 block, now another, and it. Back on offense go the Cowboys, leading by 4. And blitz off the edge. Pickens makes the catch and then fights his
linebacker. So that's where he's doing his work now for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Play action. Prescott under pressure. He got it to Ferguson. Right now they're calling that.
Not so sure. I think that one might have hit the ground. We'll take a look at it here.
After replay assist, this is an incomplete pass.
Doesn't let up ever.
2nd down and 10. Pickens has been busy. 3rd down and 4. CD Lamb, 1st down, and it.
When you start getting the ball out on time.
Crosby coming off the edge. They run away from him, and Malik Davis gets 10.
Simply have not had much of this year.
Back to Williams. Prescott with good blocking. Floated for CD Lamb. Down to the 14.
Going to try to get underneath this, and that's who Prescott had to navigate. And so to lay it over the top. You watch a lot of these young quarterbacks, and Dak certainly is not a young quarterback, but the young guys around the league, those throws.
Longest play of the game, 23 yards, as Williams looking left all the way. Javonte Williams looking for blocks, and boy, was that well played. Just get it away. Prescott underneath. Lipke broke 1 tackle
at the bottom.
End zone, touchdown Cowboys.
Too easy for Dallas. Ferguson comes off uncontested and playing zone coverage down here on 4th down. A little surprised by that decision as well, but there's just nobody even in the vicinity of him.
That has taken off. Put it together here in the 1st half. Leading by 11. Liobe is returning it for the Raiders. Yeah, he's having a great year. You saw the graphic, tied for the most by any tight end in the league right now. Here's Geno Smith. And the pass, 6 points. Play action from Smith. Downfield and watch out, Tucker.
And I'm a little surprised by that because he was driving on this one hard. He read it perfectly. And it's a little favorable now for Las Vegas.
Foul. Smith. Lock it. First down. So again, 5th time across midfield for the Raiders. Good protection. Genty, his 3rd catch.
Than what we think. You know, they just have not tried running the football in this first half.
How about another catch for the rookie Genty? 4 catches, just 2 rushes. That's tipped and picked. Intercepted by Marquise Bell.
Yeah, Kenneth Murray, he's able to get underneath this throw. Geno Smith just trying to fit it into Bowers, and Kenneth Murray, 59, he gets his hand on it. Marquise Bell right there for the deflection, and we've seen a few of those type of interceptions by Geno Smith this year.
Prescott airing it out. Pickens the target and nearly intercepted.
Schottenheimer, change of possession. You can catch a defense when they're not quite ready. Try to make a big play, get the ball up just a little bit overthrown.
Fractured its fibula in camp, and this is his first game back, and he almost had a pick. What a good. They got the interception, have not moved the ball since. Extra men on the rush. Prescott throws. A lot of contact and a flag.
There's the Max Crosby coming in. Didn't see a lot there. A lot of activity between those two. That's where the flag came in.
Here's the pass interference on CeeDee Lamb by Darnay Holmes.
There are 2 fouls in the play, both by the defense.
WrestleMania is here next year.
Let's see Tyler Guyton.
Here's Javonte Williams. Ball comes out, but he was.
Williams, not only tonight, but throughout this season, talked about his journey and how he got to this point. As you see that, you know, he was down, the knee, left knee was up.
Pulls Max Crosby.
Yeah, he's got to make a play here in this season.
Only the 2nd Dallas penalty of the game. Backs him up 5. Prescott able to step into it. It's got Pickens. Good move. Nice cutback and a touchdown.
Touchdown. After the play is over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 3.
Well, you see what they do to Max Crosby. They put Ferguson over there on him, and then they kick out Tyler Smith, and he helps double to neutralize that pass rush, and it gives then Dak Prescott some time. He gets the ball to Pickens. Nice job run after the catch for the touchdown. There's a good look at the route, and he's able to create the separation, and then it's just a foot race, and it's all George Pickens for the score.
The patrons here in Las Vegas. This got the penalty. No harm, no foul. 24-6. Cowboys on top. After he got around Lonnie Johnson, and now the kickoff by Aubrey from the 40. They did accept that offside penalty on the extra point.
Weapons, and he's playing good football. He's going to carve you up, and he has tonight.
Here's Mostert, able to get out of bounds and stop the clock. Half. Sideline, nearly picked. Out of the field, here's a call.
Yes. Holding. Defense number 34. 5-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
In that loss to Arizona, we'll go through him here in a second. On first down, Smith goes across his body and able to get it to Tucker to the 35.
About him.
First down. After the completion, Bowers makes the catch.
Especially against this Vegas offense.
That's Mayer, the
Staff, they do a fantastic job of rehabbing these guys with ACLs. They come back typically stronger than ever.
Here's Mostert.
They just can't get the big chunks.
First down, and it's an incomplete pass. It goes down as an incomplete pass, and there is no flag.
That's shocking.
And a near sack with Williams in this half. Flag on the play. The pass.
He's going to take it to the end zone.
Defense, number 42.
Second down and 5. Smith. Time runs out, and he just has to throw it away. Had to jump up. Playing with fire a little bit here as Smith lets it go. Incomplete with Carson at coverage.
Yeah, right idea. Bowers, he's going to body him up, and he turns much like you would in basketball. And once you get him on your hip.
Daniel Carlson. Good snap, good hold. Kick is good. He's 3 for 3 on the night. And has accounted for all the points for the Raiders in this first half. And the Raiders will go to work on offense here to start the second half as Aubrey pops it down to about the 8. With Laube on the return. And in
that first half with that offensive line.
Here is a toss to Genty over the right side, and he is.
The Arizona Cardinals, his first NFL start, and doing a lot of good things here over the last month.
Smith fires. He's got Lockett, who broke one. Pressure on Smith. Bowers, it's broken up
by Marvin Harrison Jr., but it's been a good night for him.
Cole hits a beauty. Turpin will let it go over his head and roll into. Is brought to you by Taco Bell. As the Cowboys start with their first possession, second half, and hand to Javonte Williams, who banged into it.
But it looks like tonight, especially with this lead, he might get a lot more carries here in this second half.
He's got 13 so far. Crosby chasing down Prescott. Pickens is able to break attack.
Of course, with what they're paying Dak Prescott, but I know they'd like to keep him.
Javonte Williams.
Remainder of this year.
Home date with Philly coming up, then Kansas City and Detroit. Here's Ferguson, who's got a touchdown tonight.
Both offensively and defensively.
Third down and 4. Pickens with a first down catch. Looking for a big play and a nice try, but no tackle by Lonnie Johnson. And nobody can bring him down.
Right here, he's got safety help. You can't allow the receiver on the inside. And you see him turn with his back to the middle of the field. He's anticipating that Pickens is going to stay up the outside boundary. Stokes, who I've talked about, George Pickens had a lot to do with that, and then really good after the catch once again.
Prescott to Lipke. And Hunter Lipke had Cooper Beebe going through the calls at center. Here's Williams with a cutback.
Could ignite this team and put them right back in the middle of the race.
Handoff to Malik Davis. Good.
He kept everybody on his toes at dinner last night.
Rip away.
He had the feedback on.
Here's Ferguson with a coming off back-to-back losses, looking good tonight. Here's Pickens, another, and just still rumbling, reaching for the.
Pickens, we've seen it a few times now. Caillou Blue Kelly, he's out there, and he totally gets juked, and it just opens up a real throwing lane.
Here's Davis on first and goal.
Nice.
Second down and goal. Prescott wide open, touchdown grab.
Way it works, but this is a great route, and he's an excellent receiver. I just really like what he's able to do. You watch him, and he's running full speed off the ball all the time, even knowing he's not going to get a lot of chances. But down here in the red zone, and we've seen those three on the field at times, but Quinnen Williams, I mean, he can be an absolute game wrecker. We've watched it over the years with him with the Jets.
Laube on the return. Nice return. Plowing across the 35.
No longer playing football. Hear those words of save it in their sleep often that has inspired them to be better.
Genty hit.
His biggest impact is going to be as a leader. I mean, he's one of the best leaders, and everyone with the Bengals will tell you the same.
Here's Mayer. And this will be a false start. Geno Smith, catch made, tackle made. In a moment, 4th down and 1 for the Raiders. Trying to stay alive in this game. Toss to Genty, and that was all the rookie. They fake it to Mostert. Mayer.
Done a lot of really good things for this offense. He's a solid player.
Nice job by Geno Smith to get up and get that pass Real talents. 2 high draft picks. And a drop.
Quarterback, former quarterback, I think it's a good package to run, and they run it a lot. A lot of it tonight.
Take his word for it. 3rd down and 8. Lockett with a nice 10th play of the drive. Genty with a rare carry and right.
It's getting hit.
Smith, time runs out, being chased from behind and brought down by Clowney in the league. So not getting much room to run in this his rookie year. Dallas has had all the fun tonight so far. Raiders driving, but down big as we go to the 4th quarter in Vegas. Here's Bowers, makes the catch. 4th down and 4. Smith with room in front of him is going to go, gets around Logan Wilson and slides with a 1st down. Quick throw, Tucker looking for blocks. He's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Bowers, Michael Mayer. Mayer's the one who makes the big block, but Trey Tucker then, he's got to go punch it in. He's one-on-one on Donovan Wilson, and he's able to do that. And this is a guy who's had to be elevated now to wide receiver.
These two, their history, what Pete Carroll means to Bryant. As Turpin gets it on a bounce. And will return it with some room out in front of him. Able to cross.
Those years that he had with Pete, like so many assistant coaches, really helped shape him as a young football coach.
Javonte Williams able to shape.
He's never been around a head coach like Pete Carroll, as positive as he is and all the energy that he brings and the competition. Pretty funny. Much success the last couple of decades, and stick with him long enough, he'll get him in the right direction.
Turpin cannot make to go, and a punt coming up from the Cowboys.
Yeah, really great job. He has him, just a ball that's behind him, and Turpin just not able to make the catch.
Beyond impressed with the way Brian Schottenheimer has handled this team through this Marshawn Nealon tragedy. Getting his team ready to play. As this ball bounces, is fielded by Tucker, who's going backward, and he stood up at the 2.
Go hard play action. They've got 3 tight ends. It's a good opportunity.
And they're going to go back.
Not here on the 1-yard line.
Watch out here. Genty. Ezeraku. It's a safety.
So he feels Ezeraku, and he kind of stops. You see his feet come to a stop, and then he's not able to get it going again to get it out of the end zone. And he just, as a young player, and I'm not saying he's going to make anything out of this, but just get it across the goal line, and he just stopped enough to where he couldn't then get any momentum going, and just
popped up straight into the air and recovered by Pickett. Javonte Williams. It's Vegas. It brings out the prognosticator in all of us. Here is Lamb. The ball.
What went into the decision to?
Here's Lipke for a 1st down.
This year, really well.
Yep. Prescott in trouble, able to dump it to Turpin and
this thing around.
Crosby was complaining that there was a false start, and he took himself out of the play. Allen.
After the play is over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 52.
And then at the end of the play, right there on Booker, as he shut. They fake it to Williams, flip it to Ferguson, trying to get a block from the 11-3. Williams. Nope. 3rd down and 2. Play clock was at 0. Lamb with a catch and a 1st down. And stays in. Their next opponent won the Super Bowl. Here's Javonte. Down inside the 10.
This game feeling really good, at least of the guys they brought in defensively.
Here's the tight end. Carry number 22. And Crosby is the first
opportunity to remain as the head coach, but it's the best year they've had here in Vegas.
17-point ball game, and now had it. They started at their 2, went to the 1 with a penalty, and then suffered a safety. Now they start inside their 5 again. Pass is caught out on
that there had been a trade at the linebacker position or not.
Catch is made by Bauer.
Play sheet doesn't look too good.
Geno Smith is just able to get rid of ability
And what they're able to do and how teams have to play them.
It's 4th down, and Smith is sacked.
Run the ball 11, and a few of those have been because of Geno. Identity is going to be so.
12 players on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. It's still 1st down.
Negates the run game for an opposing offense, and that's what that allows them to.
The tail end of this stretch as we give you a look from our Sky. He truly was, and then to put this game together after losing 2 coming off the bites.
I know that locker room should be proud of the way they came out and really dominated all phases of the game. Yeah, he really did, and I would imagine, you know, here's a guy who's been in coaching his entire career, saw what his
Prescott, 32 years old. He's no loss, losing his mother while he was in college, losing a brother. He helped lead this team here tonight, to be sure. Next week, we'll be in the Bay Area for the Panthers and the Niners. Good game in Week 12. This has been a presentation of the NFL and ESPN at ABC. Monday Night Postgame presented by Nationwide. Coming up on ESPN. Send it to SVP.